The Legend of Jigong Chapter 12.
Today, we are stripping away the incense, the polite chanting, and the serene statues to look at a version of Buddhism that is. Well, let's just say it is not what you would find on a meditation app.
Not even close.
We are heading into the streets of Song Dynasty China to meet a figure who breaks every single rule in the book.
Breaks the rules is, putting it lightly, if you are picturing a monk sitting under a Bodhi tree, you need to detach from that image immediately.
Okay.
We are looking at chapter 12 of the Jigong Quanswan. This isn't some parable about finding inner peace. It's about a ragged, meat-eating, wine-drinking monk who operates more like a chaos agent than a holy man.
Jigong, the mad monk. And honestly, reading this chapter, he feels less like a religious figure and more like a performance artist or, a very sophisticated prankster.
That is the perfect way to frame it. We really need to understand why he acts this way.
Right, the context.
The source material paints a picture of a society that is fundamentally broken, economically and, morally too. Jigong isn't just being weird for the sake of it. He is engaging in a very specific, very aggressive type of social engineering.
Social engineering is a very polite way of saying he is running scams.
Essentially, yes. But he is scamming a corrupt system. To understand the scam, we have to understand the setting. We are in Linen, which is modern-day Hangzhou. It's the southern Song dynasty.
And usually when you read about this era, it's all poetry and beautiful landscapes around Westlake. But this text, it starts somewhere very different.
It starts in the gutter, literally.
Yeah.
We open on a crowd gathering around a man named Ma Piran. And this isn't a local color scene. It is a tragedy in progress.
It really is. The guy is just standing there completely destitute, holding his 14-month-old baby.
And he's trying to give the child away.
Yeah.
To anyone who will take it.
It is a brutal opening. And the text is so specific about Ma Pi, it calls him a useless scholar. Can we pause on that for a second? That archetype seems really important.
It is crucial for understanding the social hierarchy. In this period, the scholar was supposed to be the pinnacle of society, someone who passed the imperial exams, the elite.
But Ma is the flip side of that coin. He knows the classics, he can write poetry, but he has zero survival skills.
None. The text says he squandered his family fortune. He is wearing a robe with 7 different patches. He is the definition of educated obsolescence.
The ivory tower crashing into the pavement.
Exactly. He is completely unequipped for the real world. His wife has left him, allegedly to find needlework, though Ma implies she is gone for good, and he is planning to hand off the baby and then commit suicide.
It is absolute rock bottom, but here is what's so interesting to me. The text doesn't just say he's bad with money. It draws a direct line from his poverty to high-level political corruption.
You caught that. It is a detail a lot of people miss. This isn't just personal failure, it's systemic.
So he actually had a job.
He did. He was a bookkeeper for a boat owner, a guy named Wu Bo Zhu on Westlake. It should have been stable work. But the business collapsed. And it collapsed because of one man, Wang Xingxian, nicknamed Flower Taisui.
Taisui, that refers to those fierce guardian gods in Chinese astrology, right? So it's like calling him a tyrant.
Exactly, a local terror. But he isn't just some random thug. He is the brother of Prime Minister Qin Hui.
Okay, stop there. For anyone who doesn't know Song history, Qin Hui is the bad guy, the ultimate villain.
He's the one who betrayed the famous general Yu Fei. He is historically synonymous with treason and corruption.
So this local bully has the highest political cover imaginable.
Precisely. So Wang Shengxian uses his brother's political cover to act like a mafia boss. He kidnaps women, beats up locals, extorts businesses. The result, the text says people just stopped going to Westlake. The whole tourism economy died.
The boat rental business tanked. Ma lost his job.
Exactly. So Ma Piran isn't just a loser. He is collateral damage of a corrupt administration. The economy was strangled by the guys at the top.
He is a symptom of a rotting system.
And the crowd's reaction to him confirms this. There's a moment where an old man actually steps forward to take the baby, out of kindness. But a bystander jumps in and stops him.
Yeah, that part was infuriating. The bystander basically says, don't do it. This guy is a scammer. He is just going to come back later and extort money from you, saying you stole his kid.
Just think about how low social trust has to be for that to be the default assumption. The bystander isn't even trying to be cruel. He thinks he is being street smart. He assumes charity is a trap.
That is the world. Ma is living in a world where kindness is a liability. And into this cynical, broken, suspicious atmosphere walks Jigong.
And the entrance is classic. He pushes through the crowd, looking like a beggar, tattered robes, dirty face. But he immediately destabilizes the whole situation. He asks for the baby, but before Ma can explain anything.
He reveals he knows everything.
Everything. He lists Ma's name, his former boss, his address, and the fact that his wife is alive. It's spooky.
This is the holy fool trope, right? He looks crazy, but he has this supernatural clarity.
He sees the data points that others ignore, and then he refuses the baby.
Which is actually the most practical thing anyone has said so far. He's like, I can't take him. He still needs milk.
Right. But he pivots. He tells Ma, I won't take your kid, but I will fix your life. I'll reunite you with your wife, and I'll get you a job. He offers a systemic solution, not a Band-Aid.
And as he leads Ma away, Jigong starts singing. I want to drill down on this song because on the surface it just sounds like, well, nonsense. He is talking about the 5 elements.
He is singing about how fate and the 5 elements control success and failure. He contrasts the capable people who are suffering versus the incapable people riding high on horses.
It sounds a bit fatalistic, though. Like, oh, well, the stars are aligned against you. Sorry, buddy.
It is fatalistic, but with a twist. He is acknowledging that Ma's suffering is structural. It is fate, or the system. But, and this is the key paradox of Jigong, while he preaches that fate is fixed, he actively intervenes to break it.
So he's basically saying,
The world is rigged, so I am gonna cheat.
And that leads us to the cheating part. Because to help Ma, Jigong decides he needs to go to a birthday party. But he can't go empty-handed. He needs gifts.
And he has exactly 2 coins to his name.
This next section, the shopping spree, is honestly my favorite part of the text. It reads like a masterclass in behavioral economics or maybe just petty theft.
It is the art of the grift. He needs 4 items: pickles, garlic, dog meat, and buns. And he intends to get them all for 1 coin.
Okay, so let's break down the tactics because each vendor gets hit with a different psychological trick. First, the pickle shop.
Right, so the obstacle here is a fixed price. He wants these big head preserved vegetables. The shopkeeper demands 3 coins. Jigong offers 2. The shopkeeper says no.
Standard negotiation so far.
But then Jigong deploys what I call the sympathy ploy. He fumbles in his pocket and yells, "Oh no, my pocket is torn, I lost a coin." He shows the shopkeeper he only has 1 coin left in his hand.
So he creates a false constraint.
Exactly. He guilts the shopkeeper. He says, look, I'll give you this 1 coin now, and I promise to bring the other one tomorrow. The shopkeeper, feeling pity, or maybe just wanting to get rid of this loud monk, agrees.
So he gets 3 coins worth of pickles for 1 coin, and a promise we all know he won't keep.
Not a chance. Okay, next is the garlic stand. This one is arguably more devious. It is a classic inventory confusion tactic.
The garlic is 1 coin per head. Jigong pays his last coin, he gets the garlic, transaction done.
Or so you'd think. Then he inspects it and says, this one is rotten, swap it for me. The vendor hands him a fresh one. Jigong takes the fresh one.
But he doesn't give the rotten one back.
He just pockets both and walks off.
Wait, he just walks off. The vendor doesn't stop him.
It happens too fast. It's about overwhelming the vendor's processing speed. By the time the guy realizes he is down a unit of inventory, Jigong is already gone.
Ruthless. Okay, next. The dog meat seller. And we have to mention, a Buddhist monk eating meat, especially dog meat, is a massive taboo.
A huge one. It is meant to be shocking. Monks are vegetarian. Eating dog is a double taboo. But Jigong doesn't care. Here he uses flattery and entrapment.
How does that work?
He walks up to the stall and just starts performing. He praises the meat. Oh, look at that fat. It is so fragrant. 5 layers of flavor.
He is acting like a Michelin star food critic at a street stall.
He hypes it up so much that the seller, who hasn't made a sale all day, gets excited. He thinks, finally, a customer who appreciates my product. So he cuts a slice for Jigong to taste, for free.
The free sample trap.
But Jigong reverses it. He eats the sample and then says, you have to give me more. If you stop now, the first favor doesn't count. You have to do the favor all the way to the end.
That is bold logic. If you don't give me more free stuff, the first free stuff was wasted.
It is the sunk cost fallacy, weaponized. He leverages the seller's desire to be a good guy. The seller is so confused by this moral reasoning that he cuts another chunk. Jigong walks away with 2 big pieces of meat. Cost, 0.
Unbelievable. And finally, the mantou, the steamed buns. This one is just gross.
This is the contamination strategy. He asked for a hot bun. The seller opens the steamer. Jigong reaches in with his hand, which the text specifies is black with grime, and grabs a bun, leaving 5 black finger marks on the white dough.
Oh, that's such a great visual.
And then he pretends he forgot his money. Oh, oops, can't pay. He puts the bun back. But now the bun is ruined. No one else will buy a bun with dirty fingerprints.
So the seller has no choice.
The seller basically says, get out of here, just take it, you are bad luck. Jigong turns the product into waste and then rescues the waste.
So let's recap the inventory. Pickles, garlic, dog meat, and a dirty steamed bun. Total expenditure, 1 single coin.
And he is laughing the whole time. But remember the context. He isn't doing this to get rich. He's doing this to feed the useless scholar and to get into this birthday party to solve the bigger problem.
It is almost like he is punishing them for their lack of charity by being the ultimate bad customer.
He is a mirror. If you are greedy, he will rob you. If you are kind, he will help you.
So, armed with this pile of scavenged food, he heads to the birthday party. Who is this party for?
It is the 70th birthday of the mother of a man named Zhang Xuan. And Zhang Xuan is a fascinating character here. He's a wealthy military official known as the Iron-Faced Heavenly King.
Great nickname.
And unlike the corrupt flower Taisui we met earlier, Zhang is actually a decent guy. He is generous, he makes friends easily, but his mother has been blind for 2 years. This party is a huge event, full of VIPs.
And Jigong shows up at the gate looking like a disaster. The servant tries to stop him, obviously.
Of course. The servant assumes he is a beggar looking for handouts. But Jigong insists, I am here to present gifts. He shows the servant the dirty bun, the garlic, and the dog meat.
And he has the audacity to suggest a pairing menu. The old lady can eat the dog meat with the garlic and the bun with the pickles.
It is a massive insult. The servant throws the food on the ground. 2 dogs run over to eat it. And here is where Jigong's performance art just peaks. He yells at the dogs.
Hey, if you eat it, what will the old lady eat? He is equating the wealthy matriarch with the stray dogs.
Yes. Then he picks the dirty food up off the ground, now covered in dust and dog slobber, and hurls it over the garden wall into the party, shouting, "Gifts are here!"
Imagine being a guest inside. You are drinking wine, eating peaches, and suddenly a hunk of dog meat flies over the wall.
It creates chaos, but it gets him inside, or at least it forces a confrontation. And this leads us to the final critical contrast of the episode.
Right, because inside the party, there is another monk. Monk Guanghui.
Guanghui is the anti-Jigong. He is well-dressed, clean, handsome, and he brings incredible gifts. Silver candles, expensive wine, sheep, silk.
So he looks like the good monk.
Visually, yes. But the text gives us access to his internal monologue. He isn't there because he respects Zhang Shan. He is there because he knows the garden is rumored to be haunted.
Ah, there's the angle.
He is investing these expensive gifts as a loss leader.
A loss leader, like a business strategy.
Exactly. He spends money on gifts now, so that when the haunting inevitably starts, he can secure the contract for the exorcism and charge a massive fee.
Yeah.
It is purely transactional. He's a businessman in a robe.
That is such a sharp critique. You have Jigong, who steals buns to help a poor scholar, and Guanghui, who gives silver to exploit a rich family.
And Guanghui is arrogant. When one of the guests, a guy named Yang Meng, asks him if he knows Jigong, Guanghui just sneers. He calls Jigong his crazy nephew and says, he wants to learn from me, but I don't have the time to teach him.
He is trying to establish a hierarchy. I'm the CEO monk, he is the intern.
But he totally miscalculates. Yang Meng actually knows Jigong's reputation. He knows Jigong has real spiritual power. When he hears this fancy fake monk insulting Jigong, he gets furious. He's about to flip the table.
And that is where the chapter leaves us, hanging, Jigong's voice booming from outside. Gifts are here!
Yeah.
Just as the fight is about to break out inside.
It is the collision of the two worlds, the polished, fake piety of Guanghui versus the dirty, authentic compassion of Jigong.